but it's dropping, isn't it?
I was going low this morning.
Well, no, the mic is getting too.
Yeah, I was going. I love that. Me and Selena were Marge's sisters. You know, that was the funniest thing I ever heard in my life. After a couple of drinks and a pack of butts. The decade of women ain't over. It's the key for variety. Rock and jam, some soulful dames, graced with lace and chemistry. And all that sexism ain't sexy to me. There's still an ample supply of the dream. We're masters at making people smile and filling their head full of dreams. When I lose it, hey, you don't care. When I groove it, well, they don't care. When I need it, baby, do you care? When I lose it, men come in and watch the girls. We'll dance and rock their graceful souls. And don't all feel when the people sing. It's just a feeling that makes us whole. When I lose it, well, they don't care. When I groove it, well, do you care? When I need it, baby, do you care? When I'm bleeding, decade of women ain't over. It's the key for variety. Rock and jam, some soulful names. They graced with lace and chemistry. When I need it, well, they don't care. When I dream it, well, do you care? When I lose it, baby, do you care? When I scream it, and I don't care. That was my song. My two-chord song, Hal.
We like the two-chord song.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I wrote that, you know, about the dames. Well, you know what? There was a Rolling Stones cover, and like when did we play music together? It was it was your wedding, Selena's wedding.
Right. That was Gigfoot, so it was 98.
There was a Rolling Stones cover because there was a whole decade of women that came out around then, right? And the Rolling Stones cover was one of the girls, and I cannot remember. It was like Sarah McLachlan or the Rebirth of Patti Smith, or like it was a whole article. Bonnie Raitt, and all the big girls, and then a few of the newer, younger girls like Sarah McLachlan and all those girls that kind of came in at the time. Yeah. And when I opened it, it said, "Is the decade of women over?" And
women get a whole decade?
We had a whole decade, like the Women's Month. Isn't this Women's Month? And I'm against that shit. But anyway, is the decade of women over? And at the very same time, I was battling in my head with these two beautiful women who could sing because they were born singing together and going, oh my God, they threw me in with these harmonies. Am I ever gonna like, but it was a teaching time. and a wonderful time for me.
Well, yeah, you
to be
definitely
part of
stepped up
that.
to the plate for that.
Well,
you
I
know?
loved it. And they kept saying, would you get closer to the mic? Would you get closer to the mic? Get closer to the mic. And I'm thinking, these girls are blasting the place out of, and I'm like, oh my God. And here I am with, when these girls have this perfect, even when they weren't perfect. And you could tell them apart because that was difficult when they sang.
Do you feel better now?
Oh my God, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what? And I love the men, and I played with lots of great men. But to be thrown into a sisterhood like that was, because I don't have any sisters. I never had that sisterhood anyway, just my good friends. Yeah. And to be thrown into the sisters with this harmony that they've been working on since they were little girls was intimidating at first. Yeah. But by the time it was all, and we all pretty much parted ways very kindly, and nobody had an issue. None of us did. And I went, wow.
That was a blast.
That was a blast and a learned experience for me. And it's something to put down in your book of memory, because I had the opportunity to do that. And I still do. And I don't take that for granted ever when I get to sing with the girls. Yeah. Or,
for a band that we put together for 2 weddings. So we did
3 years.
Right. We did 2 weddings and then kept playing gigs for 3 years. So
it was a throwback. It was a fly-by night.
How long can you keep 9 people together in a band situation? And
I think one of the lucky things that happened during that whole thing was mostly everybody had gotten over that rock and roll hump. And I don't mean the music. I mean the drugs and someone sleeping with someone else and someone getting, a notice of termination and not being able to put up with the club people. And everyone had gotten over that in something that they had previously already done. Yeah. And by the time we all got together and were sick and tired of being sick and tired, it was like this
Well, I think one of the things with that too is we all had lives.
Yeah, we all had kids going and families and things happening and houses to worry about and people to, make
So we had
happy.
other places to have those conflicts, so we could just get together as a band and play.
We didn't have that prior, I guess. So it was fantastic. So when I ever read that Rolling Stone cover came at a time. And of course, I didn't think about it. Like, I thought about it all day and then went, is the decade of women over? Like, I know they've had to fight a little bit in the music scene. It's a pretty obvious, there's...
Yeah. Well, I think now, I mean, you listen to the radio now, and the women on the radio are just blowing the men away.
Unbelievable.
I think.
And I'm a CUW and a UMB fan.
Yeah.
And I pledged recently to UMB just because it was just nonstop collaborative stuff between men and women. Yeah. And I went, oh, I love this station.
Yeah.
So
music is good.
That song had a great little, and it was my, I can do a little. I wanted to a little dig at stuff, but.
Well, I just want to let folks know what we're doing here today. This is Nikki Howard. And
hello, folks.
This is our first episode, and I'll give some space between saying that and what I'll say next. So if we want to edit that out, we can. Gotta love the power of editing. But this is our first series of the Animated Human Web TV Songwriter Spotlight. And Nikki is our first guest, and very happy to have her here.